Hello, I'm Sofia Guillermo, Assistant Professor at the Department of Art Studies, UP Diliman. In today's episode of Cultural Cash Online, I will be talking about a work by visual artist Diosdado Lorenzo in the Cultural Center of the Philippines 21st Century Art Museum collection, titled East and West, painted in 1934. Diosdado Lorenzo was born on May 25, 1906, in San Isidro, Nueva Ecija, to Emilio Texon Lorenzo Sr. and Bonifacio Santos Magno Lorenzo. Diosdado was the third of 7 children. His family were wealthy landowners, and the children were sent to the best schools. For his elementary and high school years, the young Lorenzo was an interno, or boarding school student, at San Juan de Letran. It was there that his abilities in painting emerged, and he consistently won first prize at the school's painting contests. In 1924, he entered the School of Fine Arts of the University of the Philippines, formerly the Escuela de Dibujo y Pintura. In 1928, Lorenzo followed in the footsteps of Juan Luna and Felix Resurrección Hidalgo and set sail for Europe. Arriving at Madrid, he entered the Academia de San Fernando, the premier art academy of Spain, which had also been attended by Luna, Hidalgo, Fabian de la Rosa, and Fernando Amorsolo. Other notable alumni of the Academia are Francisco Goya, Pablo Picasso, and Salvador Dali. From Madrid, Lorenzo made his way across Europe, imbibing the art scene and studying the works of the great Renaissance masters. He enrolled in a 5-year course at the Real Academia de Belle Arte in Rome, but completed the course in 1 year. It was in Rome that Lorenzo met the love of his life, La Signorina Lina Paulini, and they married in 1933. Soon after, the young couple and their baby boy set sail for the Philippines. Their arrival was announced in newspapers, and a welcome banquet was held in honor of the acclaimed artist and his Italian wife. A homecoming exhibit was also held at the Philippine Columbian Club in Manila. This received highly favorable reviews, with one critic describing Lorenzo's technique as a happy combination of the classic and the modern. Lorenzo painted Lina numerous times. East and West, painted in 1934, is a double portrait showing Lina and the artist's grandmother, Juana Texon, seated side by side. It is a fairly large work in oil on canvas, measuring 68.8 centimeters by 99 centimeters. The old lady is dressed in a traditional terno with translucent butterfly sleeves, while the young woman is dressed in simple contemporary attire. Both gaze pensively to the left. The brush strokes are deft yet delicate, and the artist's affection for the two women shines through his treatment of their features. What is most remarkable about this work, and a hallmark of Lorenzo's painting throughout his career, was his use of color. Various hues flicker and shimmer throughout the painting: rose, ochre, teal, sienna, burnt umber, and almost fluorescent light yellows. Nevertheless, the lineaments of the two sitters retain their clarity, and the viewer is naturally drawn to their eyes and expressions. While the title East and West may suggest a comparison between the Filipino grandmother and the Italian wife, or even between the older generation and the new, This is not made explicit in the painting. What is immediately apparent are their similarities. Whatever contrast the title suggests, the artist clearly holds the highest regard for the two women. A year after East and West was painted, the couple moved to Hong Kong, where they stayed until 1937. Lorenzo became a much sought-after portraitist there, painting notable residents of the then British colony. On the eve of the Second World War, the Lorenzo family returned to the Philippines. When war broke out, Lorenzo was teaching at the UP School of Fine Arts, then in Padre Faura, Malate, which saw much of the horrors of war. The horrific images eventually led to a series of paintings on wartime atrocities. Lorenzo's body of work was recognized at several retrospective exhibits, most notably 50 Years of Lorenzo in 1974 at the Manila Hilton, in 1978 at the Museum of Philippine Art, and posthumously in 1985, a year after the artist's passing, at the National Museum. In 2006, a 60-year retrospective exhibit was held at the Cultural Center of the Philippines, Bulwagang Manluna, Main Gallery. Of this exhibit, curator Sid Gomez Hildawa wrote of Lorenzo's significance in Philippine art as not just a historical bridge between the conservatives and the modernists, but rather as a continuing contemporary influence. I hope that East and West, painted by the artist as a young man of 28, with its confident yet delicate technique, charming without being cloying, and displaying clear affection for his grandmother and his wife Lina, will inspire you to learn more about Diosdado Lorenzo's works. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Cultural Cash Online.